Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to discuss question number 2 on exercise 2.2. In the previous videos we have seen how to find out the zeros and how to verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Now what we have here is, in question number 2, we need to find a quadratic polynomial. Okay, so we need to find a quadratic polynomial. We need to find a polynomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. So we have to find such quadratic polynomial. Okay, with some given information. Let's see what is the given information. So find the quadratic polynomial. Okay, you always need to remember quadratic polynomial means it's always of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is a non-zero real number. All right. B and c can be any real number, but a is non-zero real number. Because if a is 0, then this term becomes 0. So then this polynomial reduces to linear polynomial. So a is a non-zero real number and this is the form. So find the quadratic polynomial. Alright, no problemo. Find the quadratic polynomial in each case, okay? The given numbers, these are the given numbers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, the given numbers as sum and product of its zeros respectively. So in each of the question we have pairs of given numbers, okay, 2 given numbers in each case. We are going to use these numbers as the sum and product of zeros respectively. So in the first case, in question number 2, Roman 1, your given numbers are 1 by 4 and minus 1. So the first given number here, 1 by 4, will be the sum of your zeros. And the second given number here will be the product of zeros. So I'm going to write sum of zeros. Sum of zeros. The first given number is the sum of your zeros, 1 by 4. And the second given number is the product of your zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros minus 1. The sum of the zeros, product of the zeros are given. So using this information, we need to find the quadratic polynomial. Now there is a formula for finding a quadratic polynomial. The formula is x squared minus sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros times x plus product of zeros. So this is the formula for finding a quadratic polynomial if the sum of zeros and product of zeros are given. The same formula we use if the zeros are given as well. Okay. So sum of the zeros is given, product of zeros is given, so we need to find the quadratic polynomial. Therefore our required quadratic polynomial is given by x squared minus sum of zeros, sum of the zeros times x plus product of zeros. So this is the particular formula that we use for forming a quadratic polynomial. So this is equal to x squared minus sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros given here is 1 by 4. So I'm going to write 1 by 4 times x. So x plus product of zeros, which is equal to minus 1. So x squared minus 1 by 4x plus minus minus 1. No further rearrangement is needed. So that's it. That's the required polynomial. Very simple. 3 steps. Okay, so these are the given conditions. So only 3 steps procedure for determining the answer. Very, very, very simple. So let's try out Roman 2. Roman 2 solution. What are the given numbers here? What are the given numbers here? I'm so sorry, there was some technical difficulty. Okay. So we just start up with this Roman 2. These are the given numbers. The given numbers, they have clearly mentioned given numbers as sum and product of zeros. So the first given number is your sum. The second given number is your product. So sum of zeros, let me write in the shortest form. Okay. Sum of zeros is square root of 2. And the product of zeros is 1 by 3. First given number is the sum of your zeros. Second given number is the product of zeros. So our required quadratic polynomial. Our required quadratic polynomial is given by x squared minus sum of your zeros. Sum of zeros times x plus product of zeros. So x squared minus sum of your zeros is square root of 2. And then times x. Your product of zeros gives you 1 by 3. So no rearrangement is required. So that's your required polynomial. Okay, clear? Roger that. So we'll go for Roman 3. Okay, your Roman 3. Given numbers are 0 and root 5. So sum of your zeros is this 0. Product of your zeros is here square root of 5. So given sum of the zeros is 0. And then your product of zeros is square root of 5. So the formula for forming a quadratic polynomial is therefore the required quadratic polynomial is given by x squared minus sum of the zeros times x plus product of zeros. So x squared minus sum of your zeros here is 0 only times x. Product of zeros here is square root of 5. So x squared plus square root of 5 is your required quadratic polynomial. Because 0 times x is 0, 0 means null, nothing. So x squared plus square root of 5 is the required solution. Alright. So similarly, you can solve the rest of the questions given in question number 2 using the same procedure and using the same formula. The only thing that you need to remember is the formula for forming a quadratic polynomial is x squared. We can choose any variable. I've chosen x here. You can choose any other variable. So x squared minus sum of zeros, sum of the given zeros times x plus product of zeros. So that's it. That's the formula for forming a quadratic